Hey guys, welcome back to day 5 of the Squat Mobility Challenge. Today we're looking at hip internal rotation. Hip internal rotation is one of the probably most neglected, one of the most important areas when looking at your squat. Two reasons. One reason, if you have good hip internal rotation, it's a good sign that you have a nice healthy hip capsule, which is going to allow you for that greatest range of motion. The other thing is, as you get down deep into that squat, when you're at max squat depth, to be able to sit your pelvis or your hips in between your femurs, your hips have to internally rotate to allow that motion since you're going below parallel. So most people don't see that internal rotation, but it's more of the actual femur is rotating on the pelvis rather than seeing it at the knee, which most people say you need external rotation for. So internal rotation is very important, and most people generally don't have a whole lot of it because it's not a motion we typically use. Today we're going to be using a couple of active techniques. I like to use active techniques for hip internal rotation because it can be a little touchy, and just forcing your way into a motion doesn't usually do well for it. You can get a little hip impingement or closing angle joint pain. If you do get more pain, like a pinching pain, you need to kind of back out of the motion a little bit. We'll show you the different ways that you can make it less of an intense stretch. You need to back out a little bit because that's just going to be a little bit of an irritation, and it'll probably make it flare up and cause you a little bit more trouble down the road. So to start off, we're going to be on our side here. You can have a yoga block, a ball, anything that just elevates it off the floor a little bit. We're going to take this leg. We're going to flex it up. Once again, don't let your back round or anything, but just flex it up to about 90 or a little bit above. In this position, you can notice that your leg is on the heels on the ground, the knees up in the air. So you're out of internal rotation. You're not at zero. You're probably in a little bit of external rotation at this point. So what you're going to do now is what we call a passive range hold. You're going to bring the ankle up as far as you can, and then you're going to try to fire those muscles and hold it in that position. A lot of people will use a stick to kind of help get that ankle up into the air passively before they hold it actively. I'm just going to kind of reach over and grab here. Either way works. So we're going to grab here. I have a decent amount of internal rotation, so if you can only get to there and you're going to hold it there, that works perfectly. But we'll bring the leg up. Squeeze the muscles before you let go, really cause some tension in that hip, and you're trying to hold it there. Hold it there for 5 seconds. What we don't want is to bring it up, you're trying to hold it, and it just falls. That's going to be okay if it does, because that's what we're working on, that in-range control, but we're going to try to hold it without moving. So for me, we're going to bring it here. Again, squeeze, 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 hold. Don't let it fall. Hold for 5 seconds. After that 5 seconds is up, grab before you let go. Bring it a little farther. Try to hold there. Good. Grab, hold. A little farther if you can. And again. For this one, guys, once again, don't cause pain with it. If you feel a cramping, that's fine. That's just using those muscles in a shortened range that you haven't done before. Shake it out if you get a little cramp. Go back into it. Just keep working through it. For that, we're going to try just a set of 10, and then we'll do 10 on the other side, and that'll be it for that one. We'll keep it just like that. The next one we're going to go into is going to be a hip 90-90 passive range lift off now. So same position as the other videos that we've shown. 90-90 here. Try to be as upright as you can, because that's going to get the most motion out of this. I'll show you what it looks like with that max motion. You're going to squeeze tension in the core so we're not moving while we do this. And then we're just going to lift off there. Hold for 5 seconds and then down. If it's too easy, guys, make it harder on yourself. Challenge yourself. Bring this here. Same thing, upright. And down. You just get, the less of a clearance you get, the harder it's going to be for you. So we'll go here, Make sure that hip is lined up nicely there. Max tension. As you see, guys, I was really working there because I had to use all my force just to get it that much off of this. The more you challenge yourself, the harder it's going to be, but the better it's going to be for you. Holding it for about 5 seconds each rep. Once again, we'll just do 10 on each side for that. If this position, once again, is too hard for you, you can lean back and then try. I would suggest more of a leaning to the side for this one, because as you can see, you'll get more leaning back, kind of still challenge that hip a little bit. So just fall directly over onto your side. That'll give you more motion here. And you can raise up just like that. Once again, holding for 5 seconds. If you're getting that much motion though, you can come in between, go up onto your arm here. Just use it as you need, but once again, make sure you guys are challenging yourself with all exercises. Last movement we're going to be doing here, guys, is we're going to be doing a bear sit with hip internal rotation. So back up nice and tall. In this bear position, the farther you bring your legs up, the harder it's going to be. But you don't want to bring too much so you're rounding your back. The lower you bring them, the easier it's going to be to sit up nice and tall. Pick whatever challenges you. If you need to, feel free just to bring your arms right here, because that's what we're going to be doing anyways. So bring our arms here or here, creating tension. This is your own tension, so a little harder. This gives you a little support. We're going to come here. You're just going to be rotating your hip down. Only go as far as you feel comfortable. If that's right there, that's fine. If you're going there and you get a pinching here, don't go that far. Just start with that little motion right there in a pain-free zone. But we're going to just go down as far as we can. Once again, if you can't get in that position, you can bring your legs down a little bit and just do like a little bit of a more rotation of the hips. You're not going to get down to the ground because you're at a little different angle. You can do that as well. But here, you'll turn your body just a little bit to match it. Once again, keep it in a pain-free zone. If you can't go in with that motion at all in a pain-free zone, what we can do is we'll do a little bit of some pails and rails action. So we'll come here, pushing out as hard as we can for 15 seconds. We'll just do one side actually, because otherwise our knees will hit. So pushing out against your resistance hard, 15 seconds. And I'm going to have you push in against resistance. That might help a little bit. Once again, keeping a pain-free zone. Find that new pain-free end range and go again. Out for 15 seconds. Bringing it in for until kind of we feel that zone. Stopping before we hit pain. 15 seconds. 15, 15. If we're doing the regular bear sit, guys, same thing. We'll just do 10 each side. It's nice, slow, and controlled. If we're going to be doing 15-second holds back and forth, we'll still try 10 on each side. It'll be a little bit more of a strength exercise, but it should help you increase that motion. Okay, guys, that's a wrap for day 5. Make sure you guys post your before and after picture from day 1 to day 5. Like I said, the post with the most improvement or just best overall that I kind of see. Maybe I'll put a poll out for people to vote. They'll be one of the winners to receive free mobility or strength programming from myself for a month, and then as well as we'll pick a random winner from the hashtag and the tagging of myself to be a winner as well. And then keep guys a lookout for my new squat ebook that's coming out. We'll see you guys next.